Welcome everybody to Superhero Central. I'm Sterling and today we are going to be going over our top 10 superheroes who are basically gods. There are a lot of superheroes out there with some pretty strong powers like the Flash, who can travel so fast in which if you blink you just might miss him. Yes, of course there's pretty much always going to be weaknesses for all characters, but the fact that these superheroes have godlike level of powers is definitely no ordinary feat even in the superhero world. So starting off at our number 10 spot, we have Shazam, originally known as Captain Marvel. Billy Batson is the kid who just needs to utter one word, Shazam, to turn into the superhero who can call on the powers of 6 Greek gods and use them for good. If you are wondering what powers in which I'm referring to, just look at Shazam's name, since it's actually an acronym for Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury. When Billy transforms, he's able to access the power of these gods, and that alone lets him make it on our list. For some specific powers, he has superhuman strength, he can fly, he's super fast, so fast he was actually able to catch up to the Flash at one point. Healing factor, superhuman hearing, and not to forget that he is a bad mamma jamma wizard that can throw a ton of intense magic at your face. Yep, that's not even all of his powers, but you get the point why he's here. At number 9, we have Wonder Woman. Speaking of getting powers from gods, we have Diana, who is the daughter of Zeus, and she is an Amazonian warrior who has super strength, can fly, invulnerability, super agility, healing factor, super speed, and also wisdom and intelligence bestowed on her by the gods. Her combat skills are insane. Considering she was trained by Amazonian warriors, I would not want to get in the octagon with her because she would mess me up with her intense martial arts skills. Top it all off with some magic weapons such as the Lasso of Truth, which every cowboy out there wishes they had, the Bracelets of Victory, which are basically indestructible, so good luck trying to break these, the Tiara, Sword, and Shield. Now these items are definitely not purely cosmetic, but we definitely like the way they look, so yeah. Wonder Woman loves the man's world, meaning Earth, and she does her best to protect it in any means necessary. Even if she has to take out the god of war, Ares. Yep, that happened. So when you can kill other gods, yeah, you can definitely end up on lists such as this one. At our number 8 spot, we have Thor, the god of thunder. With his father being Odin, the king of the Asgardians, before Thor took his place, it's no wonder how Thor makes it on our list today. There's a reason why he's called the god of thunder. Thor is able to call upon lightning and thunder and use it at his will to absolutely wreck others in battle. He isn't the smartest superhero out there, but his brute strength is definitely not to be messed with. Also, Thor and his hammer Mjolnir helping him receive the ability of flight, by the way, but that's not where his hammer shines bright. No, it's mainly through the blood of the bodies that he piles up into corpses as he smacks them with a massive blow with Mjolnir. Thor can still do a ton of damage without his hammer since naturally he is a god, but the hammer gives him an outlet to channel and control his power and amplify it even more so. Well, considering Thor is an actual god, he falls on our list. Which, speaking of the Asgardians, let's talk about the Allfather, Odin, who ranks in at our number 7 spot. Now I know one might say, well, Thor exceeds Odin. Well, one or many could say that, but let's look at it from this perspective. So what, Odin was not the most heroic superhero out there, considering at one point he was very much conquer hungry. Well, let's actually look at why he truly is a god. He was the king of Asgard, check. He possesses the Odin Force, and if you don't know what that means, basically that's the magical energy he's able to manipulate, and prime example when he's able to just completely take away Thor's powers. So fact check, Odin doesn't even need the Bifrost to transport individuals. Check. And he is a master at hand-to-hand combat. He may look old, but this old man knows how to throw hands. And especially his spear, Gungnir, which also channels his Odin force. Alright, well, the checks can go on and on with Odin, and so that's why we rank him at our number 7 spot. Coming in at number 6, we have Adam Warlock. He's not the most known superhero out there, but what puts him on our list is the fact that he can manipulate cosmic energy. He can also resurrect himself time and time again. That's pretty big. Even something like superior strength, which he has, can somewhat fail in comparison to his other powers, considering he has the power to alternate multiple realities. Yep, that's pretty godlike if you ask me. And he's able to manipulate souls, so that classifies him pretty well. Taking our 5th spot, we have Phoenix, Jean Grey. Now, Jean is already a super powerful mutant with her telepathic and telekinetic abilities. But when the Phoenix Force becomes her by making a duplicate body of her, that is just a whole nother ballgame on a different level. A much higher level of play, I might add, since the Phoenix Force powers has one of the most intense cosmic energies out there in the universes. Because when you pretty much have an unlimited amount of cosmic energy at your arsenal, that's something to say. But for some specifics of her abilities and powers are interstellar flight, an insane amount of psychic power, and as you can expect with a Phoenix, you have flames. But man, this has got to be the strongest flame ever. All jokes aside, cosmic flames are no joke. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff. Scarlet is one with crazy mystical magic powers, in which she can literally alternate realities left and right. She is not the most stable witch out there as far as her mental health, considering she went through that whole no more mutants phase, but we're not going to focus on that here. But what we're focusing on here is her godlike power of bending realities to whatever she seems fit. Well, at times even destroying realities, considering bending might be an understatement with how powerful she actually is. As far as some specifics with her powers, she's able to control the elements, mind control, healing factor, and communing with deceased spirits. That's just something you don't see every day. And all of her powers in a nutshell you don't see very often because they are so overpowered. So that's why she takes her spot in this list. Coming in at number 3, Sentry. Sentry wasn't born with powers, but received them from a professor's secret formula. I guess you could kind of compare him to the Hulk, because Bruce transforms into the Hulk and he becomes really, really strong. However, the Sentry is definitely not just known for his super strength. To start out with, the Sentry has molecular manipulation, immortality, and he can also share his powers, so there's that. He's faster than the speed of light. And speaking of light, he can wield the sun as a weapon to explode on you. That's pretty intense. So we can definitely classify him as a god. Taking our number 2 spot, we have Franklin Richards, who is the son of Reed Richards and Sue Storm. Now, when you're a kid, let's say Franklin, and you want to knock someone out with your psychic abilities whenever you want just because you feel like it, you definitely can, because you have that ability. But that can be considered a small feat, let's say compared to creating baby universes. Yep, that cosmic level is off the charts. He has matter manipulation and psionic defense. Franklin has the power to alternate realities, and he is pretty smart, meaning he has high intellect because of his parents. Also, anyone who can go toe-to-toe with Celestials, plural, is a god in a sense. Definitely classify them. So that's why he comes in at our number 2 spot. And finally, coming in at our number 1 spot, we have Dr. Manhattan. Now, if any other superhero on our list tries to kill Dr. Manhattan and by some chance ends up actually killing him, well, good luck, because Dr. Manhattan can resurrect himself. Not to mention the fact that he can time travel. So if you're trying to kill him, it's just up to his discernment whether or not he wants to kill you before you even try. And if he raises his hand and just very slightly, watch out, because all he has to do is barely move his hand to absolutely disintegrate someone. Rest in peace, Rorschach. He can also teleport, not only himself, but others as well. He is the best copier machine in the world, considering he can duplicate himself as many times as he sees fit. As far as your basic superpowers, he has superhuman strength and flight. And those two things are about the only basic things about Dr. Manhattan, because he is just one super powerful entity not to be messed with, and very much indeed is a god. Or basically that is. Alright everybody, we hope you enjoyed our top 10 superheroes who are basically gods. And if you enjoyed our video, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button if you're not already. so that you can enjoy some future superhero content. I'm Sterling, and thanks for joining us here at Superhero Central.